Oh, hello, friends. How do I sound? Do I sound any better? I don't know. I just bought this media mod because I'm in the media. Well, I post videos on YouTube. The other thing that I just bought that I'm super excited to try out is this DJI Mic Mini. It's over there charging right now. Why did I buy these things? Because I care about you and your experience. And I know that the audio has not been great with this old GoPro. So I am hoping that the combination of these two devices will make your life better. Cool? All right, so let me just describe for you what's going on here today. It is September 27. And I thought that my season would have been done already because this boat draws a lot of water. It's like 6'3". In my slip, I'm at about between 6 and 6'2" of water. So I'm touching right now. Now, it's kind of gross muck here, so I can get in and out. So it's beautiful today. It's going to be beautiful tomorrow. So instead of dismantling the boat and getting it ready for haul out, which is in about a month's time, I'm actually going to use it. Now this will probably be my last weekend to do that. So boo-hoo, sad for me. But the good news is they are dredging the harbor this winter. They're going to dredge our part of the harbor, and then I will never have to worry about this again, I hope, barring some catastrophic loss of water in Lake Ontario. And Bob's your uncle at that point. We'll be able to sail from launch to haul out, no problem. So anyway, that's the plan for today. I'm going to go sailing. I might also do the oil and change the oil filter. I usually like to do that dead last because I want to put the boat away with clean oil in the motor. But since I don't plan on using it that much more after today, I might just go ahead and do it because why the heck not? So anyways, I hope you come along. We'll go out, we'll take a look at what it's doing on the lake. We'll try out these new microphones. You tell me, does it sound better? God, I hope so. Anyway, cheers, let's go.
Okay, so I screwed up and wasn't recording all that time, but got off the dock with some help. It was pretty low drama. I mean, it was slow because, as I said, I'm on bottom. Last time, there's a bit more water in the lake right now just because we've had like a week of rain straight, and you wouldn't think that would make much of a difference, but you know, an extra couple inches in the lake when you're on the razor's edge of depth makes a difference. Here in the channel, it's like 9 feet, so no worries there. I took all my lines with me, which is unusual for me, but because I might be going to a different slip for the rest of the season. Just a little bit deeper, hopefully. All right, I'm gonna tidy things up a little bit here. I'm gonna slow the boat right down. I'll put this in auto, and we'll tidy up. This line is long, and I always worry about long lines going overboard and in the prop, so I like to take it off and throw it in this little lazarette here. I do the same with the midship line. Safety first. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. How's it sounding? Is it sounding all right? I hope so. I hope so. Okay. I'm gonna be lazy today. Fenders on the deck, not fenders away, which hurts my soul to do, but it doesn't seem very breezy out. And yeah, this is just easier. Better tidy up the bow lines here while I have a chance. Ooh, these are stiff. They're stiff because I tend to just leave them in place all season. All right, we're getting close to the wall, so let's get back on helm. What else do I need to do? All right, let's do the life jacket, shall we? Okay, that's better. What's the wind doing? Not a whole lot. we oh crap. Just it was blowing nice, and now it's not blowing at all. Perfect timing as ever. No matter though, we'll get out there and we'll get some sailing in. I promise. I promise. There's some dinghy friends. Hello, friends. Actually, there's some breeze. Okay. Maybe I was just being blocked. Oh yeah. Oh, there's plenty of breeze. So this is, I'll be interested to know, is the mic inside the shirt trick working to stop the wind noise? What a win that will be, right guys? I hope you're as excited about these microphones as I am. Next thing we have to do is get some smell-o-vision so you can smell what that mound of birds on that wharf smells like. God, it's gorgeous. Just a beautiful smell. It's a mixture of fish and shit in just the right proportions. What's not to love? All right, we're gonna get ready to raise the main here in a second once we're beyond the channel markers. All right, well, we can get the main up right on this course, so I'm gonna slow her down here, raise that beautiful precision main. Get hung by my reef line here. All right, enough manliness. Okay. Gosh, that was nice, wasn't it? If I do say so myself. And what I can afford to do now is kill the noisemaker. There's wind here. There is wind here. So let's get in a sailing state of mind. That seems nice about there. So I'll just go ahead. Oops, auto. Yeah. Kill you. Goodbye. Thank you for playing. Thank you for playing nicely. And now for the other sail. Oh, this thing is so tight. Why is it so tight? Why are you so tight? Making my life hard when it should be easy. That's maybe a little aggressive. Don't need to be touching the spreader. We are high and tight right now, which is not fast. Let's fall off, shall we? There we go, 40 degrees. 40 degrees with 7.5 apparent. That's enough to sail. Boat speed 1.5 knots. All right, let's go. 16, 165, 17. Yeah. And this is what we do this for. Now, it's not bluebird sunny niceness. Can't win them all. But it is warm for September 27 here on the North Shore of Lake Ontario, for it to be 25 degrees Celsius, which is, I don't know what in Fahrenheit. I'll put it up on the screen now. You'll take that every day of the week. But it's interesting, we had such a crap spring this year. I don't know, I find in general our seasons seems to have shifted. I don't know if you're finding it where you live, wherever that may be, but I find that the spring, the winter overstays its welcome in the spring, shall we say, and then the summer kind of bleeds well into the fall. And I've noticed that over the last couple of years anyway. So what's it like where you live? Maybe you live somewhere south where it's beautiful all the time, in which case I don't need to hear from you. Just kidding. All right, I'm gonna get myself set up here, and then I'm gonna hit you with some rants, some old school, what is wrong with sailing rants. I hope you're ready. Okay, friends, I've been out here for about an hour, probably. It was blasting for a while, and that was great. We're down to about 8 knots apparent, making just about 3 knots of boat speed, and that's fine. This is all bonus for me. I did not expect to be here at all right now. So I filmed a bunch of ranting, and I turned on the microphone, but I didn't turn on the receiver. So no audio, just 10 minutes of me silently ranting at a camera. So what was I ranting about? Okay, there was a video I watched not too long ago that got circulated amongst the guys at the club here, basically lamenting the death of sailboat racing, certainly in the Great Lakes. And it got me thinking a lot about why that is, and because it's true. I mean, if you watch any clips of sailboat racing, like Great Lakes sailboat racing from the 80s, and I'm just talking about, you know, your Wednesday night regattas, you'd have like 30 boats on the line, all competitive. And don't get me wrong, I mean, the big races, your Lake Ontario 300, your Bayview Mac, those big races get a lot of boats out to them, but they're sort of one-offs. What I'm really talking about is the club race scene. And certainly, I mean, I feel like we have a reasonably active race scene here at Whitby, but I've looked at the scratch sheets and results from the other clubs around the lake here, certainly in the GTA, and you know, they seem to be about the same as us in terms of the number of boats that they get out, maybe some a bit more. We have a very active one design fleet here with the Shark 24s. They race on Tuesdays, and there's, you know, a good 10 to 15 of them on a good night, which is nice to see. Our perf racing rather is, you know, maybe 10 boats split amongst a few different classes. So why is that? What's happened to the race scene? Well, what this video I'm talking about postulates a few good points. Cost being obviously the number one issue. What things cost in 1980 versus what they cost now. Obviously everything's gotten more expensive, but you don't have to go like for like. So like this boat here is a 1985. It's got loads of life in it, as long as you're willing to keep it up, which obviously I am. If you're looking at a new boat in 1985 compared to a new boat today, yeah, they've gotten insanely expensive. But what they didn't have in 1985 was a fleet of 35-year-old boats that are awesome to race. But we do have that, and they're cheap. I mean, you can get into a boat like this for between $20,000 to $40,000, depending on its state of repair and condition of sails, etc., etc. And you might go, geez, that sounds like a lot of money. But I mean, you know, in a day and age where an ATV costs $30,000 and a Harley Davidson costs $50,000 plus, considering that you're getting something that you can participate in a sporting activity on weekly, you can use like an RV and take and go camping for a week, or you can just use as a patio to come sit by the water and have drinks on whenever you choose. It's pretty good value, I think. So here's my fix, and it starts with a bit of a weave. Most of the people that are coming to sailing today are coming to sailing through this YouTube. And what are people watching on YouTube? They're watching cruisers. And why are they watching cruisers? Because they're having adventures and they're in beautiful locations and there's babes in bikinis. Yeah, that helps. Gotta get me some of those. Just kidding, hun. People are coming to sailing now with that cruiser mentality. That's what's hooked them, and that's what's going to bring them in. So clubs, I think, should really lean into that. And, you know, instead of clubs spending money at boat shows, trying to get members that way, because let's face it, the boat show here in Toronto is awesome, don't get me wrong, but it's like 90% fishing boats. So, and that's not our target audience here at the yacht club. The cottage show is maybe where we need to refocus our energy and lean into that cruisy, campy lifestyle that people are watching on the tube and sell it that way. And then maybe, hopefully, if we can get them into that sail lifestyle and they start hanging out at our clubs and they see that the racing is happening, and they might say to themselves, once they really get the sailing bug, and it's something that, you know, takes some time to develop because you have to get your reps in and learn the thing. But then they might go, well, geez, these guys who are racing, they get to go out, they get off the dock every week. Every week you get off the dock if you're a race boat, or if you, not even if you're a race boat, if you use your sailboat for perf racing. And there's a lot of boats that can't say that at this club and at most clubs. There's a lot of dock queens. So, you know, they get here, they see it, and then maybe, just maybe, through that sort of osmosis, that connection, we'll be able to rebuild the race fleets that way. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe that's a pipe dream. Maybe it is a bit of a dying thing. And when the current crop of sailors, which are old, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a young buck by any means, but I am at this yacht club. So the demographic skews old. And that's just the natural reality of it. And it's probably because most of the young kids think it's this rich guy unaffordable thing, and it's not. It's cheap comparatively. Compared to the dream of mere mortals owning cottages, which is long gone in Ontario, sadly. The guy working at General Motors here on the line in Oshawa is going to struggle to buy a cottage today. Whereas in the 70s and 80s, oh yeah, they had a cottage and a boat and in the driveway and all of that. So things have changed, but it doesn't mean that our sport needs to die. I don't think. At least I hope not, because gosh, I love it. And I hope it only gets bigger and better every year. So that's my rant for today on this beautiful late September day. Thanks so much for coming along, and thanks for watching. And if you're a subscriber, God bless you. If you're not a subscriber, consider coming along. The channel will focus on this kind of stuff for the most part, but I do have plans next season to do a bit more cruising, so it won't just be racing and speed focused. We'll do a little bit of cruising, hopefully, God willing, do a week in the Thousand Islands, so there'll be some fun videos coming out of that. And of course, coming up, I'm gonna get the boat prepped for haul out. So that's your oil changes, that's your taking the sails down, taking the boom down, getting the mast ready for unstepping. And this mast is a dual spreader, which has a bit of a thing to it as well. So we'll take you through all that. We'll get the boat put away, and then we'll refocus our efforts on having a great season for 2026. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for subscribing if you have. We'll see you on the next one.